your future and your present is already your past. There's no like you're already living your future. You're already living your past. Like some of y'all really think that like um your future and your present is gonna be any different. It's any different. Like you think that the future is tomorrow, right? But that's gonna become the present. But the fact that you're not doing anything different is already predetermined that that's already your past. Let that sink in. Your future is already your past because you're not doing anything different. So that means your present is already predetermined as well. Both is predetermined. Your future and your present is already determined because you're not doing anything different. You can't sit here and tell me that you know what your future is supposed to be like. You're just not supposed to know. It's supposed to be a mystery because you're doing something different every day, and the universe is gonna reward you with a good storyline. That's how it works. But the thing is, when you're constantly doing the same thing every day and not making no improvements, what makes you think that your future is gonna be something different? What makes you think it's gonna be different? Because I promise you, it won't be. It won't be different at all. It won't even. There won't be a huge change at all. It's just gonna get worse than where you're already at right now. That's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna get worse. You have to do things differently. You have to change your whole structure. You have to reinvent yourself, right? Because when you reinvent yourself, that's how your future changes. Like think of it this way, right? Like look at Barry Allen, right? He was always so eager to like, find his mom's killer and, just do all these things. But then when he manipulated the timeline, it created a whole new timeline, right? It created a whole new timeline. Now, it wasn't for the best, right? But it just made things worse. You know what I'm saying? It made things worse, and that's what y'all are really doing to yourselves. Y'all the if you keep going down this route of not doing nothing, you're gonna keep manipulating the timeline, and it's gonna get worse. Your timeline's gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. But if Barry just followed the rules of the rules of time travel, then everything would have just felt right in place how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is too, we might think that we're destined for certain things. How Barry's mom was destined to get killed. Maybe, yeah, maybe. But I believe that you set your destiny, right? Because that's all fictional talk. That's all fictional talk. You set your destiny, right? You have to set your destiny. So my thing is let's just say, for example, that your life is not going to be any different in 2026. You know it's not going to be any different, right? So if you know it's not going to be any different, then don't imagine, but when you start taking action now, bro, I'm telling you right now, this, look at this. Okay, boom, we're doing this. So I'm gonna draw, let me draw this real quick. So boom, right? This is you. This is you. This is going to be you right here, right? And then this is your present. I'm going to just call it now. This is your now, right? This is your now. And this is your future. Right? I know it's kind of hard to see, but like the top one is your now, the bottom one is the top one is you. The bottom one is your now. This one is your future, right? Now, hear me out. This is you right here. Everything is going in the same direction. Your present and your future is going in the same direction as your past. Why? Because you're not doing nothing different. So what if you're doing something different, right? This is what would happen. See, your now is gonna go all around, and your future It's gonna go all around because it's a mystery. That's the key. It's a mystery. You're when you do something different that's bettering your life, you're not gonna know what's gonna happen because it's a mystery. That's the beauty of the universe rewarding you from your hard work, right? And your passion and your creativity. The universe is gonna bless you in disguise, right? You're never, and sometimes you wouldn't even realize it's a blessing till it actually clicks into your mind, right? Because you may have experienced something in your life where like, damn, why am I all of a sudden getting blessed now? Why am I all of a sudden feeling like my life is having this major turning point where everything's feeling much better? You know what I'm saying? It's because you did something different that pushed your present, your now into your future now into a different timeline. So once you get to that, so once the next day happens and you're in that present, now you're in a whole different loop, right? And now your future changed timelines. Now it's jumping ship because you're constantly on the move. You know what I'm saying? I know it's probably kind of hard to explain, but I mean, I think I explained it pretty decent. But basically, what I'm saying is, when you change who you are and change your actions and everything you're doing, your future changes, and your present, that's your future, which is tomorrow, will change. And then once that day comes, it's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new ball game. You're in a different zone. You're in a different timeline now. So let's just say, for example, today, right? Today is the same day. You've been doing the same bullshit. You've been doing the same bullshit since the past. You're for 3 years, right? And then you say that, okay, when tomorrow comes, or today's the last day, I'm doing the same shit. So when tomorrow comes, boom, you do something different. Now you resetted the timeline. So now that the next day, which was tomorrow will be your future, but it's gonna become your past. It's your future now, because the day's not over yet. It then doesn't become your present, and it will become your past. But let's focus on the present. So once that day comes, boom, the timeline is resetted. It's resetted. You resetted the timeline. So now anything that happens after this day, your future will change. It's gonna go all over the place because you did something different. You actually resetted the loop. Reset the loop. Reset your timeline. That's what you have to do. Reset your timeline. Your timeline. The problem with y'all is your timeline is fixed. Your timeline has an ending already. It has the ending. It's predetermined because the reason why your timeline is predetermined is because you're the one that's controlling it. You're the one that's telling yourself that I'm gonna stay the same, so will my life, and I'm not expecting anything major or anything crazy from my life because I don't really expect anything of myself. That's what you're telling yourself. So now your timeline is like this. It's like this, just straight. It's just straight flatlining. It's just going straight. That's it. There's no this. You want this. You may think, why would I want this? Wasn't this like kind of all over the place? Yes. But that's how life is. I'm not saying your life is supposed to be all over the place, but I'm saying that it's a mystery, right? Because that's what life is. Life is a mystery. You don't know what good, bad, whatever the case may be. But if we're talking about, like, we talk positive over here. We don't care about the negative. We can't control negative things outside of us, but we focus on the positive. Humans like focusing on negatives for some reason. We don't care about that. But my thing is, life is like this, right? One day, boom, God blessed you. You're like, oh shit. Another day, blessed. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works, bro. That's how it works. So you have to reset your timeline. You have to do something different. You have to, and I'm not gonna say, like, I know a lot of people will say be different, but the truth is you already are different. We're all born different. You don't need to be different because you already are different. But what you need to do is find what makes you different. That's the key. You know you're different already, but you just gotta find what's making me different than other people. That's the key. People want to be like, oh, I gotta be different. No, you don't gotta be different. You're already different. You just gotta figure out what makes you different. You see what I'm saying? Once you figure out your passion, once you figure out your creativity, Once you figure out your opportunity for yourself, game over. Game over. So, with that being said, I hope y'all reset your timeline and reset your loop, and stop allowing your past to be your present and your future. Stop allowing your past to predetermine everything about your life. You know what I'm saying? Reset the loop, reset your timeline, and get to work. Without further ado, peace out.